What's going on, and welcome to Joe's Geek Show. The video series of We Talk Comics, and today I'm going to be giving you my September 4th, 2019 comic book pull list. Oh man. Oh man. What's going on? And yep, I went to my local comic book store today, and boy, let me tell you, this is definitely one of the bigger stacks I've had in a long time because last week my wife and I went on vacation to visit some of my family in Pennsylvania. And that means this week, everything pretty much doubled over. So, like always, I've classified these books from DC to Marvel to small press, and let's get started. Kicking it off with Batman and Superman issue number 1. So this is the story that picks up right after the ending of Scott Snyder's The Batman Who Laughs story, which was amazing. If you have not read The Batman Who Laughs, go try to find the single issues, get the digital copies, wait for the trade paperback, I don't care. Just read it somehow when you can because it is spectacular. And picking up the reins of the writing, we've got The Flash's Joshua Williamson writing everything down on this book. And since I really like The Flash, I think that Joshua Williamson is, a pretty good fit. I can't wait to see what he does with the Batman and the Superman character as they're trying to figure out who all has been or is going to be infected by the Joker toxin. And of course, because it is a continuation, I'm expecting some nods to the Batman Who Laughs storyline, and I'm just expecting a really good time. Next up, we've got Deceased, A Good Day to Die, a Deceased spin-off story, and yes please, I will take that. I will take everything else that you can throw at me that is Deceased related because I absolutely have been in love with this series. From issue number 1, Tom Taylor has told us that pretty much everything goes, nobody is safe, as humanity is being picked apart a little bit at a time, or rather in large chunks. And now we have this really cool spin-off story, which I'm not exactly sure who it's about or which characters it's going to be following, but either way, it's a nice thick book, and I cannot wait to dive into it. Next up, we've got Doomsday Clock, issue number 11, and, well, what took you so long, DC and Jeff Johns, for Doomsday Clock? I think I said this the last time I got a Doomsday Clock book. I'm not even going to read it. I'm just going to wait for the last issue to come out so that I can backtrack through the issues I read and read the ones that I haven't read yet just to get the full broad spectrum of the story, because this is a book series that, if I'm not mistaken, actually started in 2017, and here we are, the curtail towards the end of 2019, and it's still not a completed series. So hopefully it wraps up before the end of this year. Like, I don't know, maybe December will be the last month that comes out so that I can finally read it in its entirety and put it either on the top 10 best or top 10 worst comic books of 2019. But hopefully it's going to be on the best because, I do have faith in Jeff Johns. I think he's a very good writer, and I just want this thing to be over. That's just me. I just want it to be done and over with because I want to move on to the next book series event or whatever. But hey, issue 11, so there's that. Next up, we've got the ever so awesome The Flash, issue number 77. And yeah, Black Flash came back in the last issue, and he is going after Steadfast, saying death to all new forces, because the Black Flash knows that only the Speed Force can reign supreme. Even though Turtle's been around for a while, so the Still Force has been around for a while, but yeah. I've been liking it. Even with some of the, continuity errors and some of the Flash books, I've still been liking it. I will say that much. So here we are, Flash 77. I'm going to read you. Oh yes, I will read you. Next up, we've got Justice League, issue number 30. And I've actually got a review coming up soon for issue number 29, which is hands down one of my favorite Justice League issues. I mean, I know I just talked about issue 30, but for right now, I'm just gonna up talk 29 for a few seconds because Jarro, just just Jarro. If you read Justice League 29, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And we're just glossing over Justice League 30 with Justice League issue number 31. And since I haven't read 30, I don't know what's going on in 31, but you know, that's just the relationship I have with comic books at the moment. I'm a little behind. Vacation. It'll do that to you. And that completes the DC books. Moving on to the Marvel, starting with Earth's Mightiest Heroes, The Avengers, issue number 23. And it was actually just a little bit ago I read Justice League issue number 22 finally, and yeah. Supernatural Marvel comics with demons and stuff. I really liked it! Especially with Halloween around the corner. Yeah, it's September. Halloween season is here. And don't you tell me that I have to wait till October to celebrate. I start my Halloween celebration in September. That's right. I like 2 months of the celebration before I have to move on past Thanksgiving and Christmas is on the way. I'll take my spirits, ghosts, and blood. And now we have the Immortal Hulk, issue number 23. And yes, this book it started amazing. In the middle of the run, it's amazing. And even now, here in the latest issue, well, the one previous in the 22 was still amazing. I love the Immortal Hulk. I'm glad I jumped on from the beginning. I've said that a few times too. And oh my gosh, yeah, we are heading for one big epic battle in issue 23. And it actually might be the first book that I read this week. And then that concludes the Marvel stuff. Yeah, I mean, all those DC books and 2 Marvels, well, that's okay, because there's only 2 small press as well. It's a very big DC week, which tells you primarily what comic books I actually do read. And within the small press section, we are starting with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And yeah, I'm just gonna lay it out for you right there. Zach, Trini, and Jason, they did not go to a peace conference. They are off-world with a brand new Zordon-type person, which is one of the Emissary 3, the blue one to be exact, their own sort of new version robot sidekick alpha type named Z, and they are the Omega Rangers. What's an Omega Ranger? Well, if you just click this link above, you'll see exactly what an Omega Ranger is. They're really cool. And the final book on the September 4th, 2019 comic book pull list is Spawn, issue number 300! Woo! Good job, Todd McFarlane. You have brought your character to issue number 300. I have no idea what's gonna be next for Spawn after this. Is he supposed to end it? Can someone tell me that in the comment section? Because I'm too lazy to Google. I am too. You know, I'm gonna Google it right now. Let's see what's going on. Oh, it's still going, everyone. It's still going. Spawn, it's still going. There's gonna be a 301. It's a 301. I'm not gonna buy it. No reason to. It's like one of 3 Spawn comics I have. Well, that completes this pull list, and I would like to know what you picked up today. Please leave your comments in the comment section below, and if you like this video, I'd love it if you'd smash that like button, share it with some friends, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and ring that notification bell for more comic book content. Alright, take care, have a great day, let's read some comics! And as always, stay geeky.